Hi, in this video I am going to talk about the bottom-up parser in compiler design. Specifically, I'm going to discuss about the shift reduce parser. So before going to discuss the shift reduce parser is one type of bottom-up parser. So there are two parsing is available. One is a top-down parsing and other one is a bottom-up parsing. So in top-down parsing, it will construct the parse tree from root to the leaves, and the shift reduce parser is a bottom-up parser. So it constructs the parse tree for an input string beginning at the leaves, that is a bottom, and working towards the root. Okay, for example, here we have two input. One is a input string that is id star id, and production is given e tends to e plus t or t tends to t star f or f tends to open bracket e close bracket or id. So now the input string is id star id. In step number 1, we reduce id into f. That is, this id is reduced into f. This id is reduced into f. So next step, this f is reduced into t. This f actually, this f is reduced into t. So that is step number 2. Then in third step, again id is reduced into f. So this id, what is that is, this id is reduced into f. Then in step 4, the t star f can be reduced into t. The t star e is reduced into t. So here is a production t star f. This t star f is reduced into t. Then this t star f again reduced into t. Sorry, t star f is reduced into t. Then finally t is reduced into e. Okay, this is actually this is t. Actually t star f is reduced into t. Finally this t is reduced into capital E. This capital E. So what we got is from the input string. So this is actually leaves, and we construct the parse tree and working towards a root node. What is the root node of this production is capital E. Okay, this is actually the bottom-up parser. So now we are going to discuss about the shift reduce parser. So what is shift reduce parser is, it will do 4 action. First action is a shift, second one is a reduce, third one is a accept, and fourth one is error. So the general idea of shift reduce parser is to shift some symbols of input to the stack until reduction can be applied. So at each reduction step, a specific substring matching the body of the production is replaced by the non-terminal at the head of the production. So the key decision during the bottom-up parsing are about when to reduce the production and about what production to apply. So what is reduction is? Reduction is a reverse of a step in a derivation. So the goal of the bottom-up parser is to construct the derivation in reverse. So this is actually our string, input string. So from the input string, we will work towards the root node. Okay, so it is we are constructing a derivation in reverse. Now we are going to see about what is handle pruning. What is handle means? Handle is a substring that matches the body of the production whose reduction represents one step along the reverse of the rightmost derivation. So again, so this is actually id star id. I am taking the example which I have explained before. So here id star f. So now I is, that is id is reduced into f. So here what is a handle is this id is a handle. So id is a handle, so id is reduced into f. Now again f is reduced into t. So f is reduced into t. Here what is a handle is f, so f is a handle. Now again id is reduced into f. So now id is a handle. id is a handle. Next one t star f. So this t star f is reduced into t. Actually t star f is reduced into t. Now here this t star f is a handle. So this is actually called as handle pruning. Now shift reduce parsing. As I told, there are four actions for shift reduce parsing. First one is a shift. What is shift means? Shifting the input symbol onto the top of the stack. Then reduce. So reduce means reducing the production. And accept. Accept means whenever the stack contains dollar and start symbol of the production, and input if you have the only dollar alone, it is accept. Then error. If you have any error symbol, that will be notified by error action. So here there are two data structure we are using. One is a stack and other one is a input. As I told, first one is a stack. So this is actually the stack followed by input. Initially stack is dollar followed by the start symbol of the production. Here assume that the start symbol is capital S. Input string, whatever input string we have, that will be placed here. For here actually input symbol is W input string followed by dollar. So handle always appear on the top of the stack. Now we will discuss one example how we will do the shift reduce parsing. The production, we took the same production what we have done already. So here initially our stack is empty, so only it contains the dollar symbol. This is actually the dollar symbol, and this is a W. So W denotes for input string. So here what is W denotes is id star id followed by dollar. First one we are shifting id. So here we are shifting id onto the top of the stack. Next one we have a production is there to reduce, that is f tends to id. So f tends to id, this id is reduced into f. Next again f is reduced into t, that is f is replaced by t. So f is replaced by t. Then star, we are shifting the star onto the top of the stack. Then id again we are shifting onto the top of the stack. Then this id is reduced into f. This id is reduced into f. Then t star f is reduced into t. T star f is reduced into t. Then this t is reduced into capital E. What is the head of the production or start symbol of this production is, that is a capital E. So once we get dollar E followed by in input, no other symbol is left, only dollar symbol is left, then we write the action as accept. So as I told, these are the four basic operations of the shift reduce parsing. One is a shift, shifting the input symbol onto the top of the stack. Then reduce, so reducing the production. Then accept. When we get accept is the stack contains dollar and start symbol, and the input contains only the dollar symbol. Then we write it as accept. The error symbol will be notified. Error, if any error is generated when we parse the input, then it will be a error symbol. Thank you.